Hi everyone, this is Sarah. I thought I would take a few minutes and just show off the book that I made last week. This is the first time I've done a project like this, so I just wanted to share it. This is kind of a junk journal. It's something, it doesn't have like a lot of the junk journals and stuff have like the coffee or tea dyed pages. This is pretty clean, but I did use the same techniques that the junk journal people use. I mean, in fact, I learned a lot of what I used in making this from some people on YouTube. I'll link some of the main ones down in the description that I've used. That way, if you want to go and find out more about these books, you can do so. The cover of this is actually, I just wanted to kind of use stuff I had and see if I liked the process. So most of the stuff came from things that I just already owned. So the cover is just a cracker box that I cut down and used the side of the cracker box as the spine. The cover is, it's just covered with a bandana. And then I pamphlet stitched the signatures. There's 3 signatures, and I just pamphlet stitched them with wax linen thread into the spine. The inside, I just used like a really thin green cardstock. Again, something I already had in my house. I have some scrapbook paper, double-sided. It's pretty thick on each of the signatures. Those are the outside pages. The next page is just copy paper that I created in my graphics software, just lined page that I printed out. I did red on one side, green on the other. This is some vellum with some stars that I had. This next page is, it's a cutout from the Silhouette Design Store. I did do some cutouts specifically for this book. Again, the paper was already stuff I had, but the cutouts I did specifically for this. I don't know. You'll see quite a few of these kind of things throughout the book. I don't have the list of the people who designed them, but they are all available in the design store. This is actually like a mini album page. And there's a few of those in here. I have another piece of scrapbooking paper. This one is single-sided, and I just folded up the bottom and made a pocket. There's a tag here. Again, Silhouette Design Store. I thought that was kind of cute. A way to add a little bit more interest. I have, this was a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper that I cut in half, so it was two 6 by 12 sheets. It's got this on the other side, and you'll see the other half of it in the last signature. I have a paper bag that's got some gold foiling on it, and then you can use this as a pocket to put a tag or a picture or a photo or whatever in. This is some watercolor paper that I had bought years ago for a project, but it doesn't hold watercolor. It doesn't hold water very well. So I got the idea to take some digital paint files and print it onto this using my printer. And I think it turned out pretty well. Any digital files that I talk about in here, I most likely got from the Lilypad, which is a scrapbooking kit, digital kit store. It's actually the-lilypad.com. I'll also put a link to that down in the description. I don't know, again, who the designers are, but there's tons of files there that can be really nice for projects like this. So there's the one side, and then the other side I did like a red and orange color. This one, the first one, was blue and green. This is another piece of copy paper. This one I created a kind of a pink and mint green stripe on, again using my graphic software. This is an envelope from the design store, just out of a piece of scrapbooking paper from the Silhouette Design Store, I should say. On the inside, you can see this is how I didn't put the envelope together until after I bound it. And if you look, you can kind of see. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. that's how I tied the signatures off. So all of the threads you don't see just in the book. I like how that's a tip I picked up from someone in the junk journal community, and I love it. The other side of that paper, watercolor paper again. This is the other side of the bag. I went ahead and cut just a little bit off the end and stuck a journaling card in it. I do believe this is an actual Project Life journaling card. Again, something that I've been hoarding for forever. I've got so much stuff. I just wanted to be able to use some of it up. The scrapbooking paper that I cut down. This was a digital file as well. It was a stamp that I went around and paper pierced, and then I used like a really sparkly thread, a metallic thread, and sewed or embroidered this snowflake onto the card. I really love how it turned out, but it's just been, I made them 2 years ago, and I've never done anything with them, so I thought this was a good use for that. I actually have a few more. I don't have them in this book, but I do have them set aside if I want to use them. That's the other side of the Christmas tree. Like I said, this was a learning process. If I would have paid more attention, I probably would have changed up. You'll see later I've got another one where probably would have made more sense for this to be on red paper and another piece later on to have been on green paper. I don't mind it so much, but maybe in the future it's something I'll keep a better track of so I don't end up with green candy canes and red Christmas trees. But it's okay. It is what it is, and I don't mind it too much. More of that vellum, then the paper, and that's the end of the first signature. The second signature, again, the double-sided scrapbook paper. It's a pretty thick paper, so it works really well just as a kind of a cover. And if you notice, I left quite a bit of space between the signatures, just so if I do bulk this up, I can know I have room. These are actually really long tags that I created in my, well, I used from the design store, and again, the Silhouette Design Store, and you'll see the tag part on the other side. But I thought these would be a nice little place to match some photos or write some journaling down. Another piece of copy paper that I printed some lines on. I have 6 total pieces in the book, and everyone's just a little bit different. And here's the tree one I was talking about. That may have been better on the green to go with the other tree. So there's a plain piece of copy paper. You'll see the other side of it has some decorative cutting out. Another pocket page. These were some digital journal cards that I have had printed out for years that I just, for whatever reason, haven't used yet. I really like the geometric patterns, the concentric circles, and all of that on the pieces. So I thought those were fun in there. I did a graph grid paper on copy paper again. This is another Silhouette Studio cutout, bracket page, some more vellum with chevrons. This is my middle part of my signature again. I put it together after I sewed it in, so all of the stitches are hidden. And then just a couple of journaling cards. Sorry. A couple of journaling cards in there that I can pull out and journal on one side and put a photo on the other. This vellum paper, I don't know. This is how it came to me. It was kind of, I think I got it as a rack. So the printout isn't perfect. I thought that I would probably end up covering it up with something. If I don't, I can always trim it if I find that it bothers me too much. But like I said, it seemed like the perfect application to finally use it. It's just been sitting there. So it's nice to see some of this stuff get used in a project. On the other side of that bracket page, the copy paper in this pocket. Sorry, these are slipping down. I need to figure out maybe some way to do it. But they're just these big, long gift presents. I thought they would be a fun little addition in the pocket. They, again, from the Silhouette Design Store. I thought they were really cute. There's that other side of that copy paper where I have just a floral cut out. You can probably see it a little bit better on this side. Some poinsettias on the little border there that I created, again, with the file from the design store. It's in the Silhouette Design Store. Other side of that copy paper. These are the tags. I will probably end up doing some sort of like reinforcer circles. It'll make these a little bit smaller so they're not quite so huge. And then do some sort of fiber or some ribbon or something out of it. And then that's the end of the second signature. The third signature, again, double-sided paper. Really love this pattern. Another envelope. Sorry. Bag. Again, with the gold foil. The other one was polka dot. This one's striped. They came in a bag together. I got them. They're Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby. So you can get them with a coupon or when they're on sale for 50% off. Really, this is one of the things that I specifically bought for this, but one of the very few things. Another piece of copy paper that I created a notebook pattern on. Just kind of had a little bit of fun with it. That's the other 6x12 piece that I was talking about. More vellum with a chevron on it. Another single-sided piece of scrapbook paper that I made a pocket out of. This is, I think, another digital journaling card that I've had printed off for forever. Again, that would have been a Lilypad, the Lilypad thing. Another piece of watercolor paper that I printed on. I kind of created this fun, almost ledger paper pattern. Oops, sorry. Holly cutout from the Silhouette Design Store. This is again the middle of the signature. I don't have anything in here right now, but you could do a tag or some photos, a little mini book. So many fun things you can do with it. The other side of that Holly cutout is just plain, so you could mount a photo there or do some journaling again. Other side of that copy paper, the watercolor paper. This is just some little decoration I did. I had this file from the Silhouette Design Store, and I just thought it was really pretty and thought it would be a fun addition. See if I can put it back in there. Sorry, this is a little awkward one-handed. Try to get back in the frame. Copy paper, we're almost at the end. This one I have not created a pocket out of like I did. I thought about maybe either doing something up top so I can slide something down into, or just using it to mat a photo. I will probably end up creating a pocket out of it one way or the other, even if I do use the outside to mat something on. And then that's the end of the thing. If you have any questions or you're interested in seeing maybe how I get this decorated up at the end, I'm thinking about just kind of using it as a journal to talk about Christmas traditions, Christmas memories. It's not going to be like a documenting this December, I don't think, because we're so far into the month already, and I haven't had a chance to work on it. So I think I'm just going to use it to kind of document like past Christmas memories and fun traditions and stuff like that. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this, and follow the links down below if you want to learn more about junk journals and how they're made. Thanks so much. Bye.